All right. So, welcome to this channel. As you guys can see, the microphone and everything. This is a really high quality ordeal I'm running right here. I thought that I would start off this channel making a video that I think would be extremely personal and maybe very relatable to the viewer. Something that has plagued me as an individual for a very long time. I thought that I would sit down and take a little bit of time to talk about my experience. It's not going to be a fully serious oh my God, please feel bad for me for what I've done because I'm not an idiot, and I know it's my own choice to do the things I do with my life. I do want to talk about this because it's something that I've kind of overcome recently and something that I've kind of moved past at this point. And that's something, to me at least, that uh, makes it worthy of talking about because I think it's important to put things like this out there for other people to maybe relate to and to help them also get over the stupidity of what it actually is. What gambling is stupid. So it's kind of like a little PSA prerequisite thing that I'm gonna just say is I don't encourage gambling. I think with all that said, I hope that you guys can enjoy this and at least maybe learn some stuff about me, this being my first video on the channel. The quality's trash, right? I'm just sitting in my media room right now with my. If you guys saw the tripod setup I have, I'll take a picture of it and put in the video. But anyways, I hope that you guys can enjoy this video. I hope that this is at least entertaining or educational. Maybe this helps you think about what you're doing with your life and you get better. Maybe this you feel some type of way. It makes you want to go do something. So that's kind of my goal here. But other than that, yeah, I'm just gonna start off. We're gonna get into it. So I'll catch you all in a second. Man, so where to begin with this? Where to begin with this? So I think I'm gonna take it all the way back, right, to about like 2015, 14-ish, around that area. So there's this funny game, right, called Counter Strike Global Offensive. Maybe you heard of it. Maybe you heard of it. I don't know. Most people here probably haven't heard of this game because it's not even that popular. But when I was younger, I used to play Counter Strike all the time. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, like those 4 years, 3, 4 years were like consumed by Counter Strike entirely. And a lot of you remember those gambling websites, right? Because every single place you would look for Counter Strike anything, there's like, oh, you can go to this website, gamble skins. Oh, you can maybe win a knife, maybe do this. And to a 12-year-old, in their brain, that just sounds like the greatest thing of all time. It's like, man, what? I can win a knife at 12 years old when I have no job and I'm a broke idiot and I'm playing on my mom's laptop, the shitty MacBook. Yeah, I could win a knife. So, like any normal 12-year-old would, I went to the website and I deposited I think it was like an AK-47 Elite build, right? And this was back when they did the roulette thing with like you put all the skins in a pot and it was like, the wheels spin, like the classic Phantom Lord, like scam thing that, everybody loved it. I loved the OG CS gambling with skins. I think it was super nice. I had these stupid case websites, which I actually was on for a little bit, just, messing around. They're just terrible. They're so terrible. Back then, that's kind of where this started for me. So it stemmed from a thing of being promised something that was unachievable by realistic standards. Like, sure, if I were to gamble maybe $500, I probably could have won a $50 knife back then, right? But I didn't have $500. I had like $10 of skins and I wasted all of them. So that was my first taste of gambling. And honestly, that's kind of where I would say it started for me because then I started asking my dad, "Can you get me Steam cards so I can get skins?" Which after 7 days, because if you play Counter Strike and are on Steam, you have a 7 day trade limit. So that's kind of where that addiction aspect started, was because I started to basically just plan on getting Steam cards and then buying the skins and then trading them to the website and just wasting all that money, and it wasn't even my money. And that's where this becomes embarrassing. Is that I've had issues with gambling money that isn't mine and stuff of that nature. And that's when I kind of realized that it was needed to be stopped. Being 21 years old, I kind of realized, you're a grown man. You got to take your own initiative and change how you treat this type of ordeal because it can become terrible. And I saw that it was affecting people around me pretty poorly. So yeah, but not to get sidetracked right now. We're talking about the greatest thing ever, CS:GO skins. So I do remember one day though where I did win a $400 pot, and that was the best high I've had. So I was only 13. So a 13-year-old's brain does not work, right? It's not even functional. The brain's not functional at 13. Your brain does not work. It's stupid. You're an idiot. and you should never do things like that because it's going to affect you very negatively. So essentially, I was a 13-year-old, 12, 13-year-old kid running off this high of like CS:GO gambling, and then they released Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now I was already on Advanced Warfare buying supply drops, right? But it was with Black Ops 3 when they started adding those guns into those supply drops, man, like the actual guns, not just variants. I was like, it was like crack, man. I would buy those all the time, and I got super into that. So I was gambling on there, still gambling on Counter Strike. So I mean, Black Ops 3 was one of those things where it's like, I have like that's my most played Call of Duty game. I put the most time into it, and yeah, so like the monetization of gambling in video games needs to be talked about more, I believe, because genuinely it is actually extremely damaging to a young person because it definitely did affect how I looked at gambling because it made it seem so accessible and different. It's not you're not just, oh yeah, here's the $100 bill I'm putting into a slot machine and now it's gone. It's you're buying a gift card or you're buying currency in the game and then putting that currency towards a loot box or a supply drop, or in this case on CSGO you buy skins that you deposit into a website which they're not real. It's not, there's monetary value to them only because people give them monetary value. It's not a real system of currency. So that kind of brings me to my next point of those years and years I just kind of, stayed on the CSGO thing doing that and that. However, 2021, 2020 rolls around, right? My buddy on Discord tells me, hey, there's this thing that's going around right now. It's like a crypto gambling website. You gotta check this out. So I went on Duelbits, which honestly, now I look back at, I should have went on a better website, but whatever. So I went on this website called Duelbits, right? And this is basically where the addiction went maximum for me because on Duelbits, there was like endless things that you could gamble on, and it was with crypto, so it was untraceable by the U.S. government. You had to get on there with a VPN and just go to town, right? At first, you didn't need a VPN because it was kind of the Wild West days, I would call it, which was like 2020ish. You can get on there without a VPN easily because they didn't even know what the hell it was at that point. So it was like one of those things where you just kind of would get on there, you depot crypto from like crypto.com or Coinbase, and then you just gamble, and then you could withdraw back to crypto and then turn that into real money. So the system works great. But all these streamers and all this stuff started getting on these websites, so it made me even more inclined to be like, hey, I'm gonna go get on this website now and try to play because it's a real thing. People don't want to admit this, that actually gamble or it's max code, but if you watch somebody win big, it's gonna make you more inclined to go gamble. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of being a gambler. It's something that people always often overlook or they don't think about when you're actually gambling constantly or every day or doing whatever like I was doing. It's basically a thing of, yeah, this is, I go watch a guy win fucking $2 million on Twitch, and then I want to go win like 500 with, my $25 I deposit. Because I mean, it's the same metric technically, but it's just so bizarre to me that my brain works that way because I know it's not true. And that's the very scary thing about addiction is that you can know everything and anything about a certain thing, right? It's like being addicted to drugs or any other type of addiction. It's like you can do heroin, it's going to fuck you up, but the high that you get from the win of being high and having that euphoria is just going to make you stupid and not even think about that type of stuff, right? So I would say for me, even with gambling, because I've quit nicotine, I've quit alcohol multiple times, for like months on end. I've done I've been able to quit everything else that I had issues with, like pornography. If I ever was, ever doing that too much, I was able to quit that as well. With gambling, though, I always have had problems with quitting gambling for some reason. It's one of those things for me where it just doesn't click in my head that I just need to, cut it out or get rid of it. It just always comes back in a different type of way. And I think that's what's so scary about it is because the past year, I had actually spent around $20,000, I think, and I'm just gonna be transparent here. It was like around $20,000 doing like online gambling, which it's very degenerate and it's very sad and it's a very like pathetic number to admit, but it's just a thing I gotta live with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like disappointed in myself or whatever because I know that I can make it better and I am making it better. So that's the most important part about it, and that's what I'm trying to really speak here is that. I've come to realize that the fallacies and things people say about gambling are 100% true, and I mean I've always known that. Everybody always knows that, but it just becomes very easy to just gamble and do stupid stuff. And primarily the reason why I made this video was I watched a Drew Gooden video about the the sports gambling, right? The you know, like BetGM, MGMT, whatever the hell that thing is, MGM, that like casino betting app for sports, and you got like Prize Picks, Underdog. I mean, I use Underdog, right? And at the time, I was using Underdog a lot because I was doing a lot of sports gambling, which I actually really suck at sports gambling. Okay, we just, you know, we do research and we try, but it's terrible. But I'm okay with sports gambling because I don't, you know, really feel inclined to spend a bunch of money on that because I suck at it. But regardless of that, though, that video made me realize that it's like a very real thing in America, is that people are just bored. And honestly, you know, life sucks already, right? Everything costs so much money. Everything, you know, you want to have that dream. You want to have the dream of success in the form of, I just won this jackpot, or I just won this amount of money this week. Now I can feel good about myself until I lose it all inevitably in 2 days, right? And that's a thing that I think is extremely real in today's climate, especially in America. I can't speak for other places because, you know, I live in America. I live in Texas currently. But I mean, I look around and I see people on social media. This is just a depressing time we live in right now, right? It's the classic, you know, just the good times, you know, brought boredom because, you know, peace and everything in the world just brings boredom, and it's inevitable to happen. It's the cycle of life. But this is one of those times where it's just a boredom thing, and people are exploiting that boredom, right? These sports gambling companies, especially today, are on big prowess right now in America, man. They're on the prowl to get your money, and they're going to get it any way they possibly can. And especially like in the Drew Gooden video I watched, he was talking about how they will send you spam notifications and shit. Because I get those notifications too, even on my phone. And even someone who's not addicted to gambling will always, you know, they'll have that inclination in the back of their mind, like, man, maybe I should go check out, you know, what the parlay is today. Or maybe I should go check out like what's going on you know, this what games are on tonight. I'll just go look on Underdog to check and see. And then you look through all the, you know, bets, and you'll second guess it. You'll be like, man, maybe I should put some money in. Maybe I should think about this. But the thing is, right, it's never worth it. It's never worth it to lose money. I mean, losing $20,000 as a 20-year-old man is just shit, right? I don't have money issues. I don't have problems, but I know if I did, it would be very detrimental to me personally, and it would affect me a lot more. And I that's why I then came to realize that it was extremely stupid, because if I was in a different position where money was more needed or necessary for me at this current time, that would affect me a lot. For sure. And I don't want to underlie how stupid it is to spend that amount of money on gambling and stupid casino shit, because I did win a lot of money, yes, but I don't have any of that money anymore. So that's what the point I'm trying to make, really, is that you can win as much as you want, but you're going to lose more in the end. No matter how much you gamble, no matter how much you think that you can win, no matter how much, you know, no matter how much delusion you have in your brain, you're going to lose. You're going to always lose. And then I actually apply this whole like virtue of gambling into my own life, right? Because doing stuff like this, right, like making a YouTube video, I was just sitting at my grandma's funeral this past week, I mean, and just sitting there, just kind of like it just clicked in my head that I should just do this. Like I should just be what I want to be and do what I want to do, because like maybe 50 people watch this video. Okay, well then whatever, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make this and maybe, you know, have people understand the type of situation that I had going on or something. And yeah, I thought I would just add this in there because it's like gambling is the same type of thing, right? You just kind of throw shit at the wind and hope it sticks. It's the same principle, right? Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose 20 times in a row, right? And I lost 20 times in a row, so I'm due for a win. You know what I'm saying? I'm due for a win. No, but yeah, let me know what y'all want to see next. If you guys want to see maybe more stories talking about things, maybe some other type of video content, like maybe like having to do with video games or with cars or with something. Just let me know what you thought. Let me know what you enjoyed about this. Let me know if there's anything I could do better. You know I'm gonna buy a microphone for this whole setup, and maybe a green screen. I don't know. I'm looking at a few things. Just depends on how this video is received. Depends on if I even want to keep making these, but I thought I'd let you guys know that I'm hurting. The world sucks, man. It's a really fucking brutal world right now that we live in. And yeah, be the best you can be and stay true to yourself, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a good rest of your day. Peace out.